youth service online, guys. We're so happy you are here. Thank you for tuning in with us. You guys have so much going on, I know, and so thank you for being here. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart that how much I miss you guys and miss everything that we've been doing before, but I just want to say and encourage you guys are doing an amazing job. No matter what you're doing, no matter what is going on, we are so, so proud of you. And so we're so excited to start service. Let's just prepare our hearts for worship.
Down on my knees again, surrendering all, surrendering all. So find me here, Lord, as you draw me near. I'm desperate for you, I'm desperate for you. So I surrender. Drench my soul as mercy and grace unfold. A hunger and thirst, a hunger and thirst. With arms stretched wide, I know you hear my cry. So speak to me now. Speak to me now. So I surrender, and I surrender, and I want to know you more. I want to know you more. I surrender, and I surrender. 'cause I want to know you more. I want to know you. Let's make this your prayer. I surrender, and I surrender. I want to know you more. I want to know you.
Yo, it's another week down. Can you guys believe it's Wednesday already? Man, it's just crazy. But worship was so awesome, guys. We have a great word from Pastor Pat McFall coming up for you guys, talking about what the wall symbolizes in the book of Nehemiah. We're going to get into it real quick. I got a couple questions for you guys, though. I just want to know in the chat, what is red but smells like blue paint? All right? It's I mean, don't just shout out an answer. Think about it. What is red but smells like blue paint? And also, I want to know from you guys, what is the longest word in the English language? What is the longest word in the English language? Throw it up in the chat. I want to know. But let's prepare our hearts and take a look at what Pastor Pat has to say.
Look, Nehemiah wasn't just rebuilding a wall. He was rebuilding the very soul, the identity of a nation. And if one of the most frustrating experiences we can have is to possess a faith that doesn't touch every part of our being, then one of the most valuable faith experiences we can have is when God allows things to break in our life so that he can build something better. The good work of God is not easy work. One of the most valuable experiences is when God allows things to break so that he can build something better. So it begs the question then, how do we rebuild the right stuff the right way? That's the title of our sermon. How do we rebuild the right stuff in the right way? Well, number one, here's what I want to jump into, is this. Be real about what's broken. We've got to be honest about what's broken. Come on, Nick, does it help to avoid reality? Not at all, man. We need to actually look at what's the state of our walls, the state of my soul. This is one of the reasons why we can be saved and we can be living like our spirit's in heaven, but still be living like we're walking through hell. We need Jesus to come and invade every part of our mind, our thoughts, our emotions. We need to be real about what's broken. Nehemiah was honest about what was broken. He goes around in chapter 2, we've read this before, and he inspects the walls of Jerusalem that were broken down and its gates that had been destroyed by fire. Look, the effectiveness of a city's protection was dependent on its walls and its gates. Now we have to think, even if they're back in the land, no borders, but right here, they're in the city of Jerusalem, and this map is also, it's not to scale. Don't worry about that. It's not to scale. That would be like Jerusalem is the size of the whole nation. Don't worry about it. Look, what we have, I lost my train of thought, actually. But what would it be like for the people? What would they be thinking if their pneuma was restored, but their psyche or their soul or their walls was not protecting it? They would have still felt threatened. They wouldn't feel safe. They'd be scared. They'd be like, what's really going to happen? Is God still going to provide for us? Look, walls needed to be fortified. They needed to be maintained. Look, siege warfare, warfare on walls goes back way, way back, almost like 900 BC or something like that, right? And you could have a couple different ways you can approach a wall, right? You can go full frontal assault, battering ram style. Come on, that's my style. Just ram it in. Okay? I mean, you saw the Lord of the Rings movies. Who saw the Lord of the Rings movies? You know Tolkien. You know when they were at the Battle of Helm's Deep. You know what happened there. Orcs coming around, throwing, and now you're thinking, Pat, again, Why are you such a nerd? I have no answer for you. All I know is that at Helm's Deep, them orcs tried to battering ram that wall, but they were at Helm's Deep, so no big deal, right? They could hit that wall all they wanted. In fact, Jerusalem's walls were made of with some softer material in between, so it could actually absorb the shock, and Jerusalem was set on a higher hill, so it was easy to defend and hard to attack. So if there are walls that you're still trying to get around, now what do? You can't do the battering ram style. So what do? You could undermine the wall. Actually, you can literally mine under the wall. Like you could get under the places in the wall where they were weak or something like that, right? And if you could do that, a lot of times it was in the corners of these walls where there were towers. And if they could undermine or weaken that area, the weight of the wall would then begin to crumble. And now they had access to the city. And like I said, you know it just like I know it. When they were at Helm's Deep, what happened? That orc guy he got a big bomb. He ran into the well, blew the whole thing up. You remember it. Watch the movie, okay? Look, our challenge is this. For many of us, our walls have not been maintained. For many of us, it's not that, maybe some of them are actually broken and bust, and we have not assessed them. We haven't been real about what's broken. The walls of Jesus-centered living have eroded over time by competing truths or comforts or political affiliations. The walls of our marriages have been worn down by time or neglect, so much so that now pursuit, it just seems so exhausting. We're 20, 30, 40 years in. Do we really need another date night? Yeah. You do. I'm going to tell you something. This is a goal of mine. I want to be 80 years old with my wife, shrunken and wrinkled, making my children so uncomfortable, because that's what it could look like for a couple 80-year-olds to still have fire in their eyes when their skin is wrinkled with time. Look, that's what I want for my marriage. I'm hoping to get it. I know there's some of you out there. There's some of you love making your grandkids awkward. Praise Jesus for you. Okay? The walls of our parenting have been worn by simply letting our kids be them. It's exhausting. COVID's changed everything. The things that I totally had margin for a year ago, 2 years ago, now it's driving me crazy. Maybe you are experiencing this too, where it's like one thing, I used to have so much margin, but now because we've been, these stay-at-home orders, and now we're trying to navigate what tier is this and that, and it's been going on for this long, it's like, I'm starting to twitch, people. My wife just prays for me. She says, Jesus, heal him, restore his body in Jesus' name. Maybe the walls of my faith were built on my ability and not on God's. In fact, maybe my faith is built on past experiences and not present encounters. Look, we need to be real about what's broken. But here's what we don't want to do. We don't want to rush in with a quick fix. Okay? We don't want to just rush in and be like, oh, there's a problem. Oh, and this fix it. That's what I want to do. I just want to fix everything. I'm an answer man. I love having answers. Got a question? Bam, got an answer. How awesome is that guy? Sometimes not so great. Right? We run in with a quick fix, but we're not addressing the whole problem. This is what Nehemiah actually addresses, right? We have to be willing to use the right materials if we're going to rebuild the right thing the right way.
Man, it's such a good word, and I can't wait to talk to you about it and what you guys thought, what you guys got from it, everything you have. I want to know about what Pat just said. To answer the riddles in the beginning, what is red and smells like blue paint? It's red paint. And the longest word in the English language is smiles, because the first letter and the last letter has a mile between it. But we want to talk to you guys, so join our Zoom link, invite your friends, invite everyone you know to this Zoom link, send it out to everyone, so we can just talk to you guys about what's going on and what you learned from it. We love you guys, and we'll see you on Zoom.